Viewers and subscriber. Yeah man, read it again. This is a blast from the past. Cause we don't left people, we don't leave no stone unturned, So when them feel like certain case becomes a cold case and people can get away with it, it's not going to happen. We're gonna keep bringing them up so the judicial or justice system in Jamaica do right by these family. On the screen here, you have a beautiful queen, Miss Donna-Lee Donaldson, 24-year-old at the time of her demise. On July 11, Miss Donaldson was in the company of a JCF officer by the name of Noel Maitland. Contacted her family knew her whereabouts. On July 13, Miss Donaldson was reported missing after not coming home the 11th or the 12th. Upon police investigation, they went and they searched Mr. Noel Maitland apartment, where they discover forensic evidence of blood belonging to Miss Donaldson. The investigation suggests that Miss Donaldson was murdered on July 12, 2022, between the hours of 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. People, up until now, 2 years after, this court case is still going on. And up until today, Mr. Noel Maitland has not give up the whereabouts of Miss Donaldson's body. Several plea from parents of Miss Donaldson just to put their mind at ease, just to tell them where Miss Donaldson's body is so that they can put her to rest up until now. And the reason why I'm bringing up about this case is, one, it needs to be solved because there are evidence pointing that Noel Maitland murdered Miss Donaldson. DNA evidence is there. Now, every time Mr. Maitland goes to court, there's a different thing. Now, as a police officer, Mr. Maitland knows exactly what to tell the lawyers to do or say. Now, when it comes to a JCF officer in Jamaica, or the JCF officers, or even the JDF officers, whenever they committed a crime, it takes forever to convict them. Mr. Maitland is not convicted and sentenced up until now. Mr. Maitland has not given up the whereabouts of Miss Donaldson's body so the family can be at peace. And it's an ongoing thing. Now we're calling on the judicial system of Jamaica. We're calling on the DPP office to make sure that Mr. Maitland get the proper sentence that he deserves and stop dragging out this case. Because whenever there is anybody else of the public who has a case, they're sentenced just like that. And you have a case like this, where there's DNA evidence to show that Miss Donaldson was murdered. The evidence stated that she was murdered between a certain time, a certain hours. And up until this very day, Mr. Maitland is charged for the murder, but is not convicted. And there is proof that this young lady was murdered. Jamaica, we now left Miss Donaldson behind, You hear me I say? We now left Miss Donaldson behind. We are going to advocate for Miss Donaldson. We are going to make sure wherever her spirit is, she can see that people is advocating for her. We're not going to leave her behind. And these are the things that we do. We leave certain cases behind. Right? And then we don't know what happened to the suspects in these cases, especially when these suspects are law enforcement or persons in the security forces. Now we're calling on the DPP office to prosecute Noel Maitland and convict him and sentence him for the murder of Donna-Lee Donaldson. And stop waste taxpayers' money for Maitland sitting in jail, not giving any information on the whereabouts of Miss Donaldson's body. I'm telling you, the justice system in Jamaica is not fair. The justice system in Jamaica is not fair. It is unfair. And when it comes to members of the security forces, they can get away with just anything. This young lady had a bright future, and her life was taken. And there's no justice for it. Bloggers, I call on you. All the bloggers I call on. Let's not turn a blind eye to this. Yes, it's a cold case, but let's go back on this. Let's advocate for this young lady. Let's advocate for this young lady. Her life worth something just like any other lives. Noel Maitland needs to face the consequences of his action. Right? He needs to face the consequences. So the DPP office, we are calling on you. We're calling on the DPP office in Jamaica to revisit this case and make sure Mr. Noel Maitland is whole accountable for this. And stop drag out the cases when it comes to members of the security forces. Why poor people in Jamaica have to suffer when it comes to their family members being killed? But when it's the rich and when it's somebody in certain power, the justice is swift. I just want to say to the mother and father and family members of Donna-Lee Donaldson, we no forget her. We no forget her. And we not go forget her. Because again, we're going to advocate for her. Even in death, we're going to advocate for her and make sure her killer gets whatever he's supposed to get. Viewers and subscribers, please let me know what you think in the comment section. Again, let's advocate. Share this. Repost this. Right? Let it go to the highest person in the justice system. We need to make sure this is known to everybody. Let's not forget this lady. Let's not forget this queen. We need justice for Donna-Lee Donaldson. Justice for Donna-Lee Donaldson. Yeah, man. Big up. One read, you know.